Imagine a life where happiness isn't tied to external circumstances, where fulfillment comes from within, and where you have the inner strength to face any challenge with calm and clarity. This might sound like a distant ideal, but it's entirely possible, and it's the essence of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believed that true happiness and fulfillment aren't found in wealth, fame, or pleasure, but in living a life of virtue, wisdom, and resilience. In today's video, we'll explore how you can cultivate a happy and fulfilling life the Stoic way, drawing on the timeless wisdom of ancient philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. Stay with us as we uncover the secrets to lasting contentment and peace. What does happiness mean in Stoicism? To begin, we need to understand what happiness means in the context of Stoicism. Unlike the fleeting pleasure or temporary satisfaction that modern society often equates with happiness, the Stoics had a much deeper and more enduring concept of happiness, known as eudaimonia. This Greek word is often translated as flourishing or living in accordance with nature. For the Stoics, happiness is not about external success or material wealth. Instead, it's about living a life that aligns with your highest values and principles. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in his Meditations, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." For Marcus, true happiness was rooted in maintaining a virtuous mind and a calm, rational approach to life, regardless of external circumstances. The role of virtue in a fulfilled life. Central to Stoic philosophy is the idea that virtue is the only true good. While most people chase after wealth, pleasure, and status, the Stoics taught that these things are indifferent. They are neither good nor bad in themselves. What truly matters is how we live our lives, specifically how we develop and practice virtue. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, emphasized this when he wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." According to Seneca, wealth and external success do not bring happiness or fulfillment. Instead, they often lead to anxiety and dissatisfaction because they are things we cannot fully control. In contrast, virtue is entirely within our control. We can always choose to act with integrity, wisdom, and kindness, regardless of the situation. By focusing on virtue, the Stoics believed we could achieve a deep and lasting fulfillment. This is because virtue aligns us with our true nature as rational beings, capable of making moral choices and contributing to the well-being of others. Embracing the present moment. One of the most powerful teachings of Stoicism is the importance of living in the present moment. The Stoics believed that many of our problems arise from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Instead, they advocated for a focused attention on the present, on the here and now, because it is the only time we truly have. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." This advice is not just about avoiding distractions, but about embracing life as it unfolds. The present moment is where we can exercise our virtue, make choices, and experience life. By fully engaging with the present, we can avoid the regrets of the past and the anxieties of the future. Living in the present also ties into the Stoic practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness, as understood by the Stoics, is about being aware of your thoughts and actions and ensuring they are aligned with your values and virtues. It's about taking responsibility for your life in each moment rather than letting it slip by unnoticed or unmanaged. Epictetus urged his students to keep your attention focused entirely on what is truly your own concern, and be clear that what belongs to others is their business and none of yours. By focusing on what is within our control in the present moment, we not only reduce unnecessary stress, but also enhance our capacity to act with wisdom and integrity. This present-focused living is a cornerstone of a happy and fulfilled life because it keeps us grounded in what truly matters, our actions and our character. Overcoming adversity with Stoicism. Life is full of challenges, and how we respond to them plays a significant role in our happiness and fulfillment. The Stoics were masters of resilience, teaching that adversity is not only inevitable, but also an opportunity for growth. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This Stoic concept, often summarized as "the obstacle is the way," encourages us to see challenges not as setbacks but as opportunities to practice and strengthen our virtues. When we face difficulties, whether they are personal, professional, or even physical, the Stoic approach is to accept them as part of life and use them as a means to grow. This doesn't mean that we seek out suffering or hardship, but rather that we do not fear them when they arise. Instead, we embrace them as part of the human experience and use them to become better people. The power of detachment. One of the key Stoic practices for achieving happiness and fulfillment is the concept of detachment. This doesn't mean becoming indifferent or emotionally distant, but rather learning to detach from the things we cannot control, especially external outcomes and material possessions. Epictetus taught, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle is at the heart of Stoic detachment. The idea is that we should focus on controlling our own actions and reactions, rather than trying to control external events or other people. Detachment in Stoicism also involves letting go of our attachment to things that are transient and beyond our control. This includes not only material possessions, but also the approval of others, the pursuit of pleasure, and even life itself. By detaching from these things, we free ourselves from the anxiety and stress that often accompany them. We become more centered and content because our happiness is not dependent on external circumstances. The importance of purpose and meaning. A fulfilled life, according to Stoicism, is one that is lived with purpose and meaning. The Stoics believed that each of us has a unique role to play in the world, and that discovering and living in accordance with this purpose is key to happiness. Epictetus emphasized the importance of recognizing and fulfilling our duties, saying, "Know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly." This advice suggests that we should strive to understand our nature, our strengths, and our place in the world, and then act in a way that is true to ourselves and beneficial to others. For the Stoics, living with purpose means aligning your actions with your values and contributing to the greater good. It's about finding meaning in your work, your relationships, and your everyday activities by ensuring they reflect your principles and your commitment to virtue. Practicing gratitude the Stoic way. Gratitude is a powerful tool for enhancing happiness and fulfillment, and the Stoics recognized its importance. However, Stoic gratitude differs somewhat from the more conventional sense of thankfulness. It is less about being thankful for specific blessings and more about appreciating life as it is, including its challenges and imperfections. Seneca wrote, "Nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart." He believed that gratitude was a sign of wisdom and a key to a happy life. For the Stoics, practicing gratitude involves recognizing the value in everything we experience, not just the good things, but also the difficulties, because they all contribute to our growth and understanding. This practice of gratitude helps shift our focus away from what we lack and towards what we already. By practicing Stoic gratitude, we can develop a mindset that is more focused on the positives in our lives and less on what we perceive to be missing. This shift in perspective is key to achieving lasting happiness and fulfillment. Building resilience for a happy life. Resilience is a core component of Stoic philosophy, and it is essential for living a happy and fulfilled life. The Stoics believed that true happiness comes from within, and that it is our inner strength that enables us to weather life's storms. Epictetus often spoke about the importance of building mental resilience. He taught, "Whoever yields properly to fate is deemed wise among men and knows the laws of heaven." For Epictetus, resilience wasn't just about enduring hardship, but about accepting the natural flow of life and remaining steadfast in the face of it. Stoic resilience involves cultivating a mindset that is not easily shaken by external events. This means developing the ability to stay calm, focused, and rational, even when things don't go as planned. It's about being prepared for adversity, understanding that it is a natural part of life, and using it as an opportunity to strengthen your character. The Stoic attitude toward wealth and material success. In today's world, wealth and material success are often seen as the ultimate goals. However, the Stoics had a very different view. They believed that while wealth and material possessions are not inherently bad, they are not the true source of happiness and fulfillment. Epictetus warned against becoming attached to wealth, saying, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This Stoic attitude teaches us that it is not the accumulation of wealth that brings happiness, but rather our ability to be content with what we have. The Stoics advocated for a life of simplicity and moderation. They believed that by minimizing our desires and focusing on what is truly necessary, we free ourselves from the endless pursuit of more and the stress that often accompanies it. This doesn't mean that Stoics reject wealth altogether, but rather that they maintain a healthy detachment from it. Cultivating strong relationships through Stoic principles. Finally, no discussion of a happy and fulfilled life would be complete without considering the importance of relationships. The Stoics believed that strong, healthy relationships are a key component of a meaningful life, but they also recognized the importance of maintaining a balanced perspective. Seneca wrote, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." This advice reflects the Stoic belief that the company we keep has a significant impact on our lives. By surrounding ourselves with virtuous, wise, and supportive people, we are more likely to cultivate those qualities in ourselves. However, the Stoics also warned against becoming overly attached to others. They believed that while relationships are important, we must remember that everyone is an individual with their own life and choices. This means respecting others' autonomy and not trying to control or possess them. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." This quote encapsulates the Stoic approach to relationships, loving others fully and deeply, but without clinging to them or trying to change them. By practicing Stoic principles in our relationships, such as compassion, patience, and respect for others' autonomy, we can build connections that are both strong and fulfilling. These relationships enrich our lives and provide support and companionship, while also allowing us to maintain our own sense of self and purpose. Living a happy and fulfilled life. The Stoic way is not about seeking pleasure or avoiding pain. It's about cultivating inner strength, virtue, and wisdom. It's about embracing the present moment, overcoming adversity, and living with purpose and meaning. It's about practicing gratitude, building resilience, and maintaining a healthy perspective on wealth and relationships. The Stoics teach us that true happiness comes from within, from living a life that is aligned with our highest values, and from embracing all of life's experiences, both good and bad, as opportunities for growth. By adopting a Stoic mindset, we can find lasting contentment and fulfillment, no matter what life brings. Thank you for joining us today on Stoic Mindset. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit from these insights. Let's continue our journey together on the path to a fulfilling life through the wisdom of Stoicism. Until next time, stay mindful and keep striving for virtue.